Hey guys, this is TrendSpider University, video 103, multi-factor and dynamic alerts. Dynamic alerts. To access the dynamic alerts, simply right-click on a line and hit Create Alert at this line. Now you can do this with any line on the screen. That includes automated trend lines, Fibonacci's, even drawing tools. So if you drew a line on the screen here, you could then right-click and create an alert on this line as well. Now, let's say I wanted to go ahead and create this alert. I just right-click the line and say create an alert, and I can then watch for a breakthrough, touch, or bounce on that moving average, trend line, or Bollinger Band, whatever I created it on. I can look for all three. I can look for just two. I can look for just one. Then I could set a sensitivity to the line, so I can say alert me within $1 or two of the line, just in case price comes really close, but doesn't actually touch, you'll still get the alert. Or you could say no, alert me when price hits this line exactly. Then you can set the confirmation candle to a smaller time frame. So for example, I'm on the 1 hour chart right now, but if I wanted to to get this alert a little bit faster, you would set the confirmation candle to a smaller time frame. So for example, if I set this to the 5-minute, if a 5-minute candle breaks through or touches this moving average, it will send me an alert via the 1 hour chart. So if I wanted to get that alert within the 1 hour candle, I'd set this confirmation candle to a smaller time frame. If I wanted to wait till that 1 hour candle closed, I would set it to a 1 hour confirmation. You could then set up the alert name, set a little note on why you set this alert, set a expiration on the alert, how many times you would like to get this alert. If you have multiple conditions that you're looking for, I recommend multiple triggers. Then you hit create alert, and it's going to be living in our system here in the bottom right in your alerts widget. Multi-factor alerts. Multi-factor alerts are part of the game-changing features that we offer in the platform. The scripts that they use are connected to everything, from the backtester to the scanner to the alerts themselves, and we'll go over that more later. So to create a multi-factor alert, you simply select Create Alert here at the top of the screen, Multi-Factor Alert, and this menu pops up. And this allows for multiple conditions met before an alert is texted or emailed to our phone. Now this alert can be very simple. It can be just a one condition alert, so you can look for simply a crossover. You would do that by clicking Add Parameter. You start off with Condition, and then you select a time frame that you want to create the alert on. Indicator, price, or candlestick pattern. We'll do indicator, and we're going to look for a simple crossover. So we'll say EMA 9 has crossed up on my indicator, 1 hour, EMA 20. Now we could leave this as is, and we could make this just this one alert, or we could add more conditions to this. So for example, if I only wanted to look for a crossover with the 34 EMA above these two moving averages, I could do that. You could say add parameter condition. It could also be a condition from a different time frame. So let's say it was the 2 hour EMA instead. We'll say indicator EMA 34 needs to be greater than our indicator 1 hour EMA 20, for example. We could keep going with this alert, and we can also create other conditions on other indicators. For example, Bollinger Bands, MACD conditions, RSI conditions, stochastic conditions. You can get very complex with these. You could add that MACD condition by clicking Add Parameter Condition. That could also be from another time frame, or we can just leave it on the 1 hour. And I just want MACD to be bullish, so we'll say the fast needs to be greater than our indicator 1 hour slow. Now, we could also add conditions X candles ago on the indicator itself. So for example, I could, if you notice this little word that says last next to the MACD fast condition, if I click on this, a 0 candles ago condition pops up. I could change that to, for example, a 3 candles ago condition or a 4 candles ago condition. And I could change this slow as well to a 4 candles condition as well. So basically what this is saying now is that TrendSpider only alert me when the 9 and the 20 have crossed, the 2 hour 34 is above the EMA 20, and the MACD was bullish 4 candles ago on the 1 hour chart. I could switch this to a daily time frame. You can have up to 5 different time frames on these multi-factor alerts. Now you can also do candlestick patterns in here. So we could go ahead and let's say that this was an alert. We'll just go ahead and restart. Now another condition you can look for is those candlestick patterns. So for example, let's say I wanted to look for 3 green candles in a doji, or 3 red candles in a hammer to signal to try to look for a reversal. I could do that. I could say add parameter condition. We'll do it on the 1 hour. Price open needs to be greater than our price 1 hour close, right? So that's a red candle, and we'll say this condition needs to be met 2 candles ago. We could then add a second price condition. Say price open needs to be greater than price close, and this needs to be met 1 candle ago. And then on the 0 candle, we could look for a hammer forming. So we'll say the 1 hour candlestick pattern, just type in hammer, select hammer, and now what this is doing is this is looking for a 2 red candle condition and a hammer to be formed, basically 3 candles in a row. So I could also add to this as well. I could look for MACD conditions, like MACD needed to be bullish, stochastics need to be bullish. I could even add a condition group in here, and we could switch this from all the following to any of the following, and I could look for a volume condition. Say this condition needs to be met with above average volume within the last 3 candles as well, and you could do that with the 1 hour indicator. You would say your volume is greater than your volume moving average. Now notice I selected the wrong time frame. We'll just switch it back, and we'll say 2 candles ago. And you could keep going with this. Say indicator volume greater than indicator volume moving average, and we'll say 1 candle ago. And we'll do this on the 0 candle as well. Now, let's say that this is the alert we wanted to create. So then we go ahead and set the expiration up here in the top right to however many days we want to look for this, or we want to watch this ticker for it. Select how many times you want to get this alert within that 30-day period. Let's just do 5. I can change the alert name here. I'll leave a little note, and then hit create alert. The alerts are going to be living here in the bottom right hand corner of the screen here. Now let's say this is something I wanted to create on a bunch of different tickers. Let's say like Tesla, SPY, Amazon, Facebook. Well, if I just simply click on Tesla up here in the top right in my watch list, hover over the alert we made on Google, notice how when I hover over this alert, these 4 icons appear. Click this page icon. It's going to clone the alert the same exact way I made onto Google, onto Tesla. You just hit create alert, and it's all set. Click on SPY, do the same thing. Hit that clone button, create the alert, and it's going to be living in our system. And I could just keep going down this list here. I could click on Facebook, hit that clone button, create the alert. So those are the multi-factor alerts. You can also check the status of these multi-factor alerts. Here in the corner of the alerts, notice this little magnifying glass. Select this, it'll view last check status. It'll show you which conditions have been met and which haven't. So you can see here that we had 2 red candles, but a hammer has not formed yet. Or we had above average volume within the last 2 candles of the, but it wasn't on the 3rd candle, which is fine because we're just looking for any of those conditions being met. So the reason why this alert has not triggered yet is because the hammer has not formed yet on the 1 hour chart. Now this is also integrated with your backtester. The other icons you will see here on the right side of the alert are the edit icon. So if I click on this, you can edit the alert here. You can also delete the alert as well. with the trash icon. If I wanted to go ahead and send this script here to my backtester, I could do that by clicking on Test This Strategy as an entry, and it's going to load those conditions into my backtester already there for me. Now we'll go over this in later videos, but I just wanted to show you how the multi-factor alerts are integrated with our backtester. Script Manager. So one thing I didn't mention about the multi-factor alerts is that we can actually save these different scripts and those conditions that we made inside of those alerts. So if I just opened up one of the alerts that I have already created, for example this Facebook alert here, if you notice this little button in the corner of the alerts here, it says script actions. Now there's a few actions you can do here. We can save this as a template, we can load from template libraries, and then we can also change the timeframes on all these different conditions. So this is a fast way for you to change these conditions to a different time frame. So for example, if I wanted to change all this to a 5-minute time frame, you just click set to all, then 5-minute, right? And then you could change it back if you wanted to. You could set these 3 conditions here to a different condition or time frame. So this is just changing this little group here. You could also hide this group, so we could name blocks of groups here. So I could say like volume block or volume condition. And then if I wanted to just hide this, I could do that. And this helps when you have a bunch of different conditions inside of your multi-factor alerts and you're trying to like scroll through all this stuff. It can get complicated, and this labeling each block and giving it and hiding it allows you to scroll through it a lot easier and a lot faster. So let's go ahead and access our script manager. So let's say I wanted to save this as a template for future alerts. If I click on script actions and go to save as template, it opens up your script manager and it gives you a random name, which I recommend changing because it'll be a weird name. If I wanted to go ahead and name this something like hammer reversal, and then if you notice here on the left side of my screen, I've got a bunch of these templates with these hashtags next to them. These hashtags let you organize these different alerts. So if I typed in, like for example, this has to do with price, so we'll say hashtag price. It also has to do with volume, so we'll say hashtag volume. And since this is a TrendSpider University video, we'll say TrendSpider University. And then I can click save. So now, if I decided to delete these conditions here, for whatever reason, I could do so. And if I wanted to add all those conditions back, let's say I was in a new alert, and I created a brand new alert on a different ticker, I could click on script actions, hit load from template library or script manager, and I could look up that template either by the name of the alert or by the hashtags. So if I typed in hammer reversal, it's going to pop up. If I typed in hashtag TrendSpider University, it's going to pop up. Select the template here, and it's going to load into our multi-factor alert. All I do is set the expiration, how many times I want this to trigger, create the alert, and it's going to be living in our system there. Now that little script actions button is on all of our different features. So it's on our multi-factor alerts, it's on our strategy tester, and it's on our market scanner. So if I wanted to access that same template in our strategy tester, which is already here from a previous video, we'll just delete these conditions. If I wanted to load it back up, I just click the script actions, load from template library, and I can again look them up by the hashtag. Select the template, and this just helps you speed up that process of writing these conditions into your different functions. You've also got the market scanner, which we'll go over in later videos, but I just wanted to showcase again the script action. It's down here, you just click script actions, load from template library, hashtag TrendSpider University, and it's going to load those conditions in this without us having to write them again. You can also access your script manager by clicking on scripts here, right next to create alerts, and it just opens up that manager. So you could then, add a new script in here if you want to just code something up real quick. You could be looking up other scripts. If you notice when you first log into TrendSpider, yours is going to look a little bit different than mine. It's going to look like this. And we have all these different templates that you're more than welcome to check out. And this is meant to showcase TrendSpider's capability. For example, we can do blue raindrop doji alerts with Bollinger Band touches. And then if you wanted to, let's use this, you could either create your own copy and you could make some changes to it, or you could click send to as an alert, as a backtest, as an entry, as an exit, and then we're going to add a fourth line in here as a scan, and you'll be able to send it to the scan as well. So that's the script manager, you guys. It's a great way for you to organize your different templates that you want to create, that you want to backtest, that you want to save. So, and you have also those shared templates that you're more than welcome to try out.